All right, so we're going to talk about pitchers' best chance of developing into a number 2 or better starter. Drey Jameson, Ryne Nelson, Blake Walston, or Slade Cecconi. Our definition of a number 2 starter is a starting pitcher that can provide 30 to 32 starts, and give the team 165 to 175 innings pitched, with an earned run average sitting between 3.5 and 3.75, walks plus hits per inning pitched, 1.1 to 1.2, and a strikeout to walk ratio of 3 to 3.25.
I think I would go with either Drey Jameson or Cecconi. I give Cecconi the edge. Jameson may not have the body type, but there is a chance that he's a freak mutant innate freak of nature who doesn't break down and can hold up. But I go with Cecconi.
I think Jameson absolutely has the stuff. I just don't know that he's going to hold up. So I'm going to have to go with either Walston or Cecconi. Cecconi, it's going to be all about what's between the ears. If he can really dial himself in and work on that conditioning, I already said it earlier. I think he has the best chance to not just reach the majors, but to stick. But that sticking includes the possibility of him going to the bullpen and being at the back end. So, but I do think he has the stuff that he could be a number 2 if we're going to go that high. I honestly am not bullish about anybody in our system being number 2.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Yeah, I see these guys as a bunch of number 3s, by the way.
I like Cecconi. I don't know if any of you read the article on the Athletic about him. He apparently has like no like social awareness whatsoever.
Yeah, that was funny.
And to me, I find that very endearing. And if the dude can just like focus on being a good teammate and working hard, I think he actually, like, if he stays healthy, I don't see any reason why he couldn't be like at least number 2. Walston, I kind of forget it because they're all kind of interchangeable in my head. Walston has a very good chance of being a number 2.
I think Walston has the best body for it, and
absolutely.
The fact that he throws lefty is going to help his stock. I don't know if he makes it as a number 2 though. I think this will be a big season to kind of help us get an idea for that, though, because if he takes another big step this season and really develops into, hey, I am a full level better than I was last year, that'll really change my opinion of him. But, right now he's 20. He's going to be looking at being in either high A or double A to start the season. I'm pretty sure they'll start him off in high A.
Yeah.
But he's going to need to be in Amarillo sooner rather than later.
I think he's on a similar timeline to where Nelson and Jameson were last year.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, out of all the pitchers in our system, I think Jameson has the best mix of stuff. I just have a lot of questions about his durability.
Yeah, I do too. Walston, I like. He has like basically the perfect pitcher's body. I think he has a good chance of being a number 3. Honestly, like out of all of those players, he's got a very high, like, what's that word, high? He's got a pretty high chance of being like a regular inning starter, and as a left-hander, he's gonna find work probably for the next 15-20 years if he stays healthy.
Yeah, a lefty with a good breaking ball, projectable fastball. Like I said, I think all the gains he had in 2019 were lost kind of in 2021.
Yeah, and he's another one who, like Cecconi, he needs to work on stamina, and I think this is going to be kind of a running thing, not just with the Diamondbacks, but for many organizations for at least another 1 to 2 seasons. Is you're going to have guys that lost 1 or more seasons of development that are going to have to really work on getting that stamina back up there that they can throw 94, 95 for more than 5 innings, because Walston's one that early in the season, he'll pitch mid 90s, but later in the season he was that 92 kind of guy. And at 94, 95, yeah, he's number 2 type stuff. At 90 to 92, he's a back end starter.
I think a real issue that we have with our farm system is conditioning, but it goes into another point, which is that our minor leaguers, they're not treated as bad as the Angels minor leaguers, where they have a soda machine that you got to pay for apparently, and you eat bologna sandwiches. But we're not the best, and if we prioritize our players' housing, nutrition, and everything else, we could get much better results from them. Hint, hint, Ken Kendrick.
This isn't this is a ownership.
There we do. There are yeah, there's an ownership in general. I mean, I know there's minor league owners now, but I think aren't they all under the major league umbrella now?
Yep.
So yeah, it's Ken. Ken, you need to pay your minor leaguers. They're human beings. They need food. They're athletes. You got to pay them and feed them well.
There's obviously the conundrum of minor league players need to get how much is you want to pay a minor leaguer, in the question of also how many do you really want to put in there, kind of thing.
Well, it's an exception. They have an exception for minimum wage for minor leaguers. They're like the only people besides like prisoners that can be interns that can't be. They don't have to be paid a minimum wage or a living wage. It's they're like my real issue I've noticed is, and I've heard from talking to players, is they don't get enough food and they don't get enough money for food, and you can't expect a guy to stay to stay conditioned through a season, because it's a long season, especially when you're not eating enough food.
Yeah, I was gonna say 140 games in the minor league season.
Yeah, it's like 140 or 150,
somewhere around that number. Yeah,
so I mean, it's not much as much of an issue for like high draft picks, but for the lower draft picks, I think it's like definitely an issue. Making your signing bonuses, last, like paying for your nutrition and everything. Like, I think with the lower drafty picks, that's something to keep in mind, that their conditioning may be affected by the fact that they're financially not in the best situation.